I'm back with another video on RStudio. Today we're going to learn how to plot density plots in R. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let's start. So what are density plots? Why do we use density plots? We basically use density plots to reveal the underlying shape. They capture the overall structure of your data, helping you identify characteristics like symmetry, skewness, or multiple peaks, okay? Wait. Secondly, we can compare distributions. They allow easy comparison of distributions across different groups or conditions, highlighting potential differences or similarities. Identify outliers, okay? And lastly, estimate probabilities, okay? By understanding the relative density at different points, we can estimate the probability of encountering a specific data value. Now, how to interpret data density plots? The x-axis, it represents the range of possible values for our variable. The y-axis, after normalization, it indicates the probability density, meaning the relative likelihood of encountering a data point at a specific value. Higher peaks represents area with more concentrated data, okay? The shape of the curve. So there are three types of shape of the curves. Number one is symmetrical. If the left and right side mirror each other, then the data is likely normally distributed. The second one is skewed, either left skewed or right skewed, okay? If the data leans toward the left or right. Similarly, multimodal. Multimodal is basically multiple peaks suggesting several clusters of data with different values, okay? So the next one would be some additional interpretation tips. We can compare multiple plots which means that we can visualize distribution for different groups or conditions to see how they differ. We can overlay theoretical distributions and focus on relative differences, okay? Okay, so I've opened up RStudio. First of all, as I've told in earlier videos, I will just set the working directory. I've opened up this folder and set it as vectoring directory from here, okay? Now, first of all, I'll read library, read Excel, okay? Control plus enter. Now, the data frame will be set as df, read Excel function. And what will be my data set? Let's set this one, my data.xlsx, okay? My data.xlsx, okay? Control plus enter. Now I can view this data set from here. View df. Okay, it's taking a little bit of time. Here we go, okay? View df. Now, I need to plot a density plot. Density plots can be used for continuous variables. It's usually used for a continuous variable, but where we have like a scale, information anxiety scale, and this is academic information anxiety. We have some values. It actually ranges from 1 to 6, 1 to 7, but right now what I'm going to do is, first of all, I will check null values. In order to check null values, let's set an element null values. Okay. We will actually save this list in null values. Sapply is used for a list. What is our data set? df is.na function is used to return a logical vector containing true and false values. True indicates that there are null values and there is a null value, and false indicates that there is not a null value at that particular point of the column, okay? So let's press Control plus enter. Okay, now in order to return the columns, like null values in each column, we will use call sums function, and inside the function we will use null. Okay. Now Control plus enter. As you can see here, In our data set, we don't have any null value. So we're all set. We're good to go.
That's what she said.
Okay. So now, library ggplot, let's do it later on. First of all, a simple density plot. Simple density plot. I will use the plot function. Inside the plot function, I will use the density function. The variable which I want to use is academic information anxiety. Press tab. Okay. Now, this is a simple one. Okay, just press Control plus Enter. Now, here you can see this plot. Okay, you can see this plot very clearly. But the problem is that we haven't set a name for the title. We also haven't set a name for the x-axis title. So let's do that.
This is #1 bullshit.
Okay, let's do that using this same function. Okay, comma main is equal to density plot, comma xlab is equal to, here it's academic information, okay, and ylab is okay as it is. Okay, Control plus Enter. Here we go. Okay, now you can see the title name, also the x-axis title name. Okay, x-axis name. We don't need to change the y variable name because it's already density. Now what we can do is, now we'll use the ggplot2 library. So first of all, let's load the library. ggplot2, Enter. Also, let's load library dplyr, because we will create a pipeline, and for creation of pipeline, this library is necessary. Okay. Now df ggplot AES. What will be the x variable? X will be academic information anxiety. If I want to set a color, I will set it as gender, so that there are several curves for there is one curve for each gender. Okay. Next one, plus geom density. Okay. Now let's set the fill argument. Fill argument. From here, I will set fill as well. Okay. Fill equal to gender as well. Okay. From here, we can set alpha. Alpha is used for transparency. I will set it as 0.5. Labs title is equal to, let's copy it from here. Density plot is the title name. Control C, Control V. X is equal to, let's copy it from here. Once again, we don't need to rename the y variable, since it will already be mentioned as density. So we will just set the color argument. Color is equal to gender. And I also want to set the theme argument. Why? Because I want to adjust the position of the title of the plot. I want it adjust is equal to 0.5. That it will be exactly in the middle. Okay. Now let's run it. Plot title is equal to element text. Now it will run. Okay. Taking a bit time.
Naughty, naughty. You teasing me, you naughty, naughty.
Here we go. As you can see, this is a better plot, right? Now it's showing here it's showing gender 2 times. Why is it doing that? Because I've also mentioned the fill argument right here. So in order to eliminate this, what can I do? I can do this. I've pressed Control plus Enter on this one, okay? And here you can see that this is a good plot now. Now, what I want to do here, I want to add Facet grid, okay? And the variable that I want to use here would be education level, okay? Level. Now let's check this out. Okay, as you can see that at this point, the density plot is going above 2. I don't want this, right? I don't want this. So how can I make a better distribution? I will set the bandwidth as 0.5, okay? Now let's press Control plus Enter. Here. Now this is a better plot, right? I can set it as a little bit lower, 0.4. So you can see the difference, okay? And now maybe make the plot a little bit bigger so that this is shown accurately. Now you can see undergraduate and bachelors. For bachelors, this is the distribution of academic information anxiety. For PhD, this is the density distribution for academic information anxiety. Similarly, for master students, this is the distribution of academic information anxiety, okay?
Okay.
So from here, we can assume that this density curve is multimodal. Similarly, this one is also multimodal. This one is skewed, of course. This one is also skewed, and this one is also skewed because we can't see two peaks clearly in this one, right? So that would be it for the interpretation. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys liked the video, and please subscribe to the channel. It would help a lot for this channel to grow. Bye bye.